It's day 54 of my Sunchoke series. Be sure to check out all the flowering in my Korean radish series. So this has been sitting here for 24 hours, fresh water and hydrogen peroxide. And it looks pretty rancid again. There's some growth. Look at that ball of mold over there. Let me focus on that. You know, that's just disgusting. I'm going to have to give this entire thing, the sink, tap water, toothbrush scrubbing treatment again, because water is still dissolving a lot of that mold, or it's actively growing as well. So I want these shoot systems to get as far away from the water as possible, and normally this would just be in the dirt, but since there's light, it's responding to it. And underwater it doesn't look too good because of all the mold. I expect this shoot system to be fine, but I'm not too sure about anything underneath here. Like, that doesn't look good at all. But it still has some hope. I mean, it looks like it's elongating. Maybe eventually it'll, escape from the grime and get out there and do something. But for now, I'm just going to have to keep cleaning this every day and putting in fresh hydrogen peroxide. I cleaned everything out again. Those old leaves look like they're in trouble. They're browning a little bit, look like they might succumb to mold, but the new stuff coming out of that shoot looks fine. There's not much in the way of new roots. The scrubbing seems to cause some damage, but that's really just, breaking off of stuff that's hopelessly gone to mold. And if you look over here, you've got some shoots that have some hope. It's kind of hard to focus on that, for some reason, but there is one place where, towards where I'm pointing, you see that bright green coming out underneath. That's because I ripped away a piece of a dead outer layer that's all mushy and black. So I hope this thing can recover. I'm pretty confident that at least this shoot will be pulling the weight for this corporation, so to speak. And at the bottom, there's a lot of stuff broke off. That stuff looks gone, although there's two roots hanging there. It might come out again, but with all this mold, I'm not very optimistic for anything below the water line. It has to be really close to escaping the water line, in my opinion, for there to be much hope. So let me add some water. And of course some hydrogen peroxide. We'll see how many cycles this takes to clean everything up. Should add maybe a heavier concentration to get things clean, and hopefully the water won't be all nasty and syrupy the next day yet again. Alright, it's day 63 of my Sunchoke series. Here's my outside view out from the sliding door. This is my balcony with all this stuff on it. But I have this bench here. I decided I wanted to give these plants some natural sunlight because I'm starting to think that the LED light was giving weird, unhealthy results. But this can't recover regardless. It seems like the roots really didn't elongate much after being soaked in water. Then I had that huge mold problem. Although I got the shoots to sprout really well, at least for the first few days of full submersion. Not really sure what happened here. I don't think it's attributable to light at this stage, because it's been in natural light for almost a week now. And like my Korean radish, it's really struggled, although that's kind of a different story. It flowered at least. So this is just water with hydrogen peroxide, but as you may remember from my previous episodes, this Miracle Grow Shake and Feed, I just threw a lot of those pellets in there because I wanted some fertilization. It seems to react with hydrogen peroxide to continuously release bubbles. Maybe that's good, maybe it's bad, maybe that was releasing toxic compounds, after the oxidation by the hydrogen peroxide. I don't really know. In any case, it seems like those fertilizer pellets are just too concentrated because they're not meant to be used like that. They're meant to be scattered sparingly within soil. So maybe the concentration of nutrients was too high, but this thing just seems to have been poisoned. It can't recover. All the shoots died. Maybe it's because they were submerged. But it's been getting natural light. 50,000 lux is about what it's probably getting now. 60,000 at tops. And it's just very static. No new growth of any kind right now. So I'd like to end this series. Thanks for watching. Most people didn't really want to watch this past the first episode. I think it's important that I get results right away. Otherwise, people don't want to watch. But, I learned quite a few interesting things about tubers and tuber growth. I struggled really mightily with Sunchoke for whatever reasons. But, it is what it is. So I'm going to try to come up with other ideas for a growing series, and I'll also release the results on some of my other plants. I think none of these are doing really well. That's not doing well at all. Maybe it's just programmed to die after it flowers like that. But this Miracle Grow Shake and Feed, I don't think I'll be using that. If I go with soil in the future, I'll just stick with soil and try not to get too over-enthusiastic with the fertilizer, because it seems like the concentration for fertilizer matters a lot, and if you put in too much, it's just really damaging.